Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Friday, the 6th of November. So, what did we see yesterday? We've seen Joe Biden edging his way closer to becoming president. We got Donald Trump obviously arguing the case that these votes are, apparently fraudulent and that they shouldn't be counted. Because as the postal votes get counted, they're much more leaning towards the Democrats, and there we are. So he doesn't believe they should be counted now, and trying to stir up the good old US public to argue the case against it as well. So we'll see what happens there, but basically we might know some more today. It could carry on. Apparently they just packed up and went home, the counters yesterday, and could see a similar situation today before the numbers are out. Anyway, aside of that, as expected, the FOMC didn't come to anything at all. They basically repeated the same statement as last time, just about. So it would have been politically pushed if they had said anything beyond what was said last time. So, as I say, I was pretty much expecting that, and it was a damp squib, as they say. Anyway, let's look at the technicals this morning, and the euro. Euro's at a key level here. We do have this significant trend line running across here. It did try and break through marginally yesterday evening, pulled back. It's looking like it wants to push back through there. Interestingly, looking at dollar index, and it actually, if you this is inverted effectively, so there the dollar index, dollar softening against a major bag of currencies, basket of currencies even, and it's closed below that trend line now. As I say, this is a basket of currencies. The euro itself, it just seems to be struggling a little bit there, but has potential. But I did have a quick look at the order book. I thought we might see above the price there some net buy orders, but not seeing anything like that at the moment. I expected with these positions, these shorts building up, there'd be buy orders sitting across there. As I say, isn't sitting there at the moment, but that could well. We could see this shoving up anyway, but that's the euro. So, as I say, probably try and looking at it from a 4-hour. This consolidation would suggest that further upside potential, and you can see actually it's pushing up at the moment there. So this could follow suit. As I say, the dollar index may be a sort of clear guide of how soft the dollar is at the moment against the whole basket of currencies, as opposed just to the euro. But the euro's case for this morning is looking like at least towards those possible previous highs there, about 1860. May even run into sort of 1900s today as the R1's up there. We'll see. The pound. The pound, well, expect the same sort of thing in terms of orders here, but it's not. It's already broken the trend that was across the highs. It's already been broken, pulled back. It's closed above it for sure at the moment. Now it's pushing up now with the pound. Slightly different case here. We've got a bundle of buy orders sitting above price, net buy orders. This could just see with these if we can run into these areas, if there's demand, of course, we could push into those sort of levels and catch those buy pockets. So that's where we're sitting at the moment with the pound. So as I say, just an added incentive maybe to get up there, depending on as I say, demand from traders. So looking down the time levels on the pound, well, it is pushing up, and bring it down another time frame here, we're pretty close to yesterday's highs, not far off them now. A push up here, could see it running towards its today's R1. It, as I say, does have plenty of resistance, not a long way away, but with those buy orders, it may just push on through. So at the moment, it's poised upwards there. Dollar yen. Dollar yen continuing this route. This is an old regression channel. It's being tested, lows being tested. I said yesterday, I've said for a while, these lows have been defended pretty strongly up until now. It looks like no one wanted to stand in the way of it yesterday, and we've seen them taken out. Now, whether we'll see any sort of reversal from here, We'll have to wait and see. I'm a bit sceptical against this move, but and aware. But maybe if we get a decent retrace, it would give an opportunity to be on the short side. I'm just looking. There is a bit of divergence. Has been a bit of divergence as you move down to the 60-minute here, and an untouched pivot above, which could just draw things. So we'll just see how that runs. But at the moment, the dollar really does look like largely under the hammer still. And potentially getting more hammered. The Aussie dollar, well, we've seen this sort of push on up here. Again, yesterday, it's a solid up day here, taking out prior highs, and its next sort of zone is at monthly pivot there at about the 73.37 area. Now, it's got the potential to push on there and continue in this route here. So it's trend line broke quite early. These trend lines break a bit early on the Aussie dollar. The momentum starts building into it through the Asian session, and it looks like it's already going at the moment slower. And but that's what we tend to see with the Aussie, a bit of a slower move. Sometimes now it's the London market's just open. It will maybe, I say just open, but the volume's coming through in London. May just give it a bit of a kicker. Canadian dollar. That too broke down the lows here, took out stops below, and no doubt heading back for this sort of more significant low here. At this stage, it's sort of there we go, trend wise all set up, and already starting to sell off here again. It's gone quite quickly this morning. As I said, looking potentially for further downside there on the Canadian dollar. Okay, a couple of surprises yesterday. Oil just fell off the cliff at one stage yesterday. It's just bringing it to a dailies here. It doesn't show it quite as bad as it is, but it did sell off quite strongly at one stage. But it's caught the bid at the moment, and at these sort of levels, I do wonder if you're a longer term trader whether it's worth a longer term position when it gets down to these levels. But of course, we haven't yet seen the end of the COVID situation, and that will be some time, methinks. But it does look sort of value down here to relative where it could be. But of course, we're still getting increasing COVID numbers in some countries, although apparently over-reported in the UK. Right. That's pretty much oil. Finally, the S&Ps. Let's just a quick look at the S&Ps here from a daily point of view. So pushing up, another solid day up yesterday. That's every day we've seen this week. It's been pushing up, even with after the noise of the elections there. It's continued to push up, and it looks like whoever wins, it's going to be positive for the equities, and no surprising with 0% interest rates almost. So there we are. Another positive day outlook for the S&Ps this morning. Have a great one. I will speak to you on Monday even. Bye for now.